What's going on, everybody? Emeka coming at you, and it is Monday. It is time for the weekly update here on the channel. Hey, if you're brand new, nice to meet you. My name's Emeka, and on this particular video, what I do every single week is I've been documenting my journey on building a passive income for myself and my family, and it's been just over a year or so, and left my job, coming up on the 1 year anniversary in a little bit, 100% online, mainly through Kindle publishing and, some other online things that I do. But I am essentially just want to give people the real behind the scenes look at what it's like to build a passive income for yourself when you are a husband, a father, you have other life responsibilities, and kind of show you the things that at least when I started, I didn't see a lot of people talking about. So that's what you get on these little updates. So please consider subscribing if you like what I'm about. So let's get into it. I was just thinking to myself, I'm running out of stuff to talk about during these weekly updates. Every video I try to put up for you, I want it to have some sort of value. I want you to be able to get at least one takeaway from it, right? I know this is not the most entertaining, this is not a vlog, right? This is not, it's not a daily vlog thing. But so I want to make sure that you're getting at least something from these videos. So one, let's start with that. In the comment section, let me know, what are the things that you want to hear about, whether it's a weekly basis. I try to think of what was the major struggle that I went through the previous week? What was the highlight? And, right now, 100%, I know this is the struggle. It's just becoming more organized. And I got so much stuff I want to get done, but just finding the time to really sit down and get it done and prioritize. And it seems like that's like a Mickey Mouse problem. But I bet a lot of you, I don't know, do a lot of you struggle with that? As the business grows, you feel like, oh, you need to be focusing on this and and that. And, one thing that I've, for example, here's a real example right now. I want to focus more on building my brand, right? So that's coming out with focusing on my group coaching, focusing on more content for my course, focusing on the next thing, and focusing on more YouTube videos, focusing on that, because that is the higher ticket. That's stuff that makes more money for me. That's the stuff that I love doing. But then I also need, I'm realizing that I need to put more time into my books. There's certain things that I want to do with them, and kind of scale that up a little bit. And so just figuring out, okay, when to work on what, and getting that feeling of overwhelming. I don't know, just feeling overwhelmed with everything that I have to do and thinking, okay, well, this is I want to focus on the books, for example, but that's small income. That's the bigger ticket stuff is this. So just kind of that back and forth battle. Hopefully that makes sense, that I've been going through as of late. And honestly, it's been stressing me out so much. So it has been a very, very stressful last couple of weeks. And you probably noticed 1 week I was sick. So let's count that week out. But I haven't been doing as many uploads on the channel. I've been focusing on finding a video editor. That hasn't been challenging. It's just been time consuming. So I do have a couple of videos on backlog, but one person didn't work out. So I was waiting on them for a week. So I got to get, so I just gave that video to somebody else to do. So testing them out. So I'm just in the process of kind of testing out people until I find one that I want to work with and stick with for long term. So, and the only reason is, as much as I enjoy video editing and playing around with them, with the videos and stuff like that, it's just not a good use of my time anymore. This one I still do because it takes honestly, like there's no edits in this, right? It's 3 seconds. Add a couple of the like the thing there, and then the end screen, and like it's 3 seconds. But the other videos, I'm looking at stepping those up, and so that just means outsourcing the editing and stuff. So it's all good. Like, it'll happen. But it's the process of building the business sometimes, right? You have to sometimes you have to kind of take a step back in order to like, it's one step back, 2-3 steps forward. You know, and that's just kind of where it's at right now. But it feels frustrating because I'm like, man, didn't upload anything for like the last five days. And I have a list of videos that I want to get filmed. So anyways, sorry for the blabbling, but honestly, that's just the real stuff that's going on right now. That is the real stuff. But on a positive note, I got to the gym this morning early, and that was fantastic. You know, because I've just been able to get so much more done already today, and just mentally that just felt so much better. So that's I'm definitely going to start making sure I'm committed to that on a more regular basis, because man, who was it? I read something where I think it was one of Dan's posts, and it's like you gotta have a hobby, because in this business, when you're building your business online, whether you're doing publishing or you're doing whatever it is that you're currently doing online right now, that'd be actually kind of cool. I'd like to see what business are you in online. Let me know in the comments. Like, you know, publishing, FBA, affiliate marketing, just kind of gauge where this audience is. But you have to have some sort of hobby. You got to have something else that you're doing that's not related to the business, so you can go out and socialize. And for me, it's much harder because down here in Mexico, I live in Mexico, if you didn't know, and I'm from Canada, but I don't really speak Spanish, so socializing is not really a big thing for me here, just because Spanish. And you know, so the gym is kind of like my escape. And I noticed the days that I'm working out are just so much better mentally, creatively, and just, you know, just in an overall better mood. So make sure you're finding something that you're doing, like your escape. You can't be focused on, you know, the quote unquote hustle and the grind and everything nonstop all the time. You have to have some sort of escape and release, whatever that is. You know, make sure you find yours and you do it, because you'll be better because of it. So anyways, hopefully that made a lot of sense. But where are we at with everything? Well, let me give you an update with publishing. All right. So here's the dilemma for you. So I had this one book, and unfortunately it wasn't really well received. You know, so it was a long story. Those of you who've been following me for a while. So it's a long story. So I pulled it like last week. I pulled it, and we did another version of it and everything. But man, I definitely noticed a drop in income right away for that. So what I've done is I republished. Like, I didn't republish. I just, you know, CreateSpace is funny because you can. I edited the file, and then they ran out of copies. And so they actually put out of stock, and they say retired in your dashboard, meaning that the book is now retired. They have no more copies. If you want to continue selling it, you have to, I just had to, you know, just go through the approval process again. Never seen that happen before. But anyways, so I did. And so now it's available again on Amazon. But I don't know. Long story short is, like, do I keep selling it because it generates a decent amount of income every single month? But does it hurt the brand because it has, you know, like, it does not have a good rating. Like, this book's like a 2.8 star rating. Like, it's just, yeah. Whereas the new version of it, it already has, like, I think like 3 or 4 5-star reviews. And this version is like, it's 46 pages versus this one that was only 88 pages. You know, and I don't know. Hopefully that makes sense. Those of you inside the blueprint, you know what I'm talking about. I've been kind of getting your feedback on this for a while. So bottom line is I have both versions up. One's a special edition. That's the longer one. And then one is the original one. It's just, people just keep buying it. Even though the reviews suck. And they just keep buying it. So I'm like, well, why pull it if it's making money? And obviously some people like it. So I don't know. What's your take on that? Hopefully I kind of explained that well enough. But yeah. So I wish I never pulled it in the beginning, because then the income wouldn't have dropped a little bit. But it is what it is. It is what it is. So yeah, you know what? That's probably a good place to end it here. I don't got too much going on other than that. Today I got filming something that I've been putting off for a long time, so I'm just going to get that done, out of the way, prepare for the next self-publishing accelerators webinar, just get that prepped, and get the date set in stone. It'll probably be early next week for that, for all of you. And yeah, so that's that. That's where it's at. Oh, monthly income report. Filming that. I think it's today or tomorrow. Got to check the schedule, see what it tells me to do. So anyways, hey, let me know how you're doing in the comments. How was your week? Hopefully things are going well for you. And as always, let's make sure we connect. Facebook, Instagram, all those things are in the description there. Till next time, everyone. We'll speak to you all soon. Take care.